All right, so greetings. My name is Biba Bright, and please, before you do any other thing, subscribe to this channel and then support me. Today, we want to look at Microsoft Office, specifically Microsoft Word. And I've already done the tutorial with a number of people. I want to just summarize. How do we effectively use Microsoft Word? And I'm sharing my screen already. So, yeah, great. So, what is it? So let me just bring up my screen. Let's see how this works. Okay, so I have a document here that I'm going to try my best and see how we can. So if you open your Microsoft Word, or if you go to any your whatever of your Windows, so let's say I'm starting from scratch. So I'm not going to save this document. I'm just going to leave it like that because I had already used it for. So you simply go to your text, your type in here. So you can see we have something like type in here to search. So I'm just going to type the word. Once you have your Windows installed, whichever Windows, obviously it comes with Word and this Microsoft product. And so I'm going to launch it. Because I've already got some blanks which are here, and then some other things that I have already done, like tutorial that we had today, and then other things which are there. So if you want to launch a blank page, then you can simply click here. If you've already got some files, macros which are having .docx, that's the file extension for Microsoft Word document. So it means that is a Microsoft Word document. Computers use file extensions like .csv, .tab, let's say .docx. So when the computer sees the dot and whatever follows it, that's the file extension. That's what identifies the kind of file it is. And so that's why we have these files here. So if you want, we open a new blank here, and then we have our sheet, which it comes over there. It comes with whatever we have on top here called a ribbon. That's a ribbon, and we can use this ribbon to be able to put in our text, edit our text, and then or put in our document or edit our document. Remember, Microsoft Word was designed for Word document. It's not for anything. So it holds Word document as the primary function, as a primary function. Apart from that, it can hold other things. As we go along, you will get to know that. So when we go there, the whole of what we have on top is called a ribbon. So this particular ribbon is made of tabs, and then each tab has commands under them. Each command is grouped. All the commands that perform the similar function are grouped. So we have here, which is a group of clipboard. We also have font, we have paragraph, have styles, we have editing, add-ins, and then these are what other things that I have added in. So that's under the home tab. So if you go insert, it's also a tab, draw is a tab. So if you click on any of them, the number of commands which are found within each tab is already seated there. And then when you point your cursor to any of them, it gives you how the tab is being used. So I'm going to pull up a document momentarily. So I'm going to pull up this document here, and then we can try. I think I've already this document I've already edited it, so it won't be able to give me what I wanted. So let me go back to this. So you can always. So I have tutorial copy, which is here. Yeah. So this document, which is here. So it's just one page document. And so I'm going to use that one to demonstrate how to use some of these tabs. So when we come here, we have paste, and we have something called paste special, and then paste from origin, paste and merge the two, paste, and then whatsoever. Now, if you come here and click paste special, now that's control plus alternate plus control plus V. So when we combine the three, then it gives us the paste special. But what does that mean? Simply, if I have, let's say, part of this document here, and I want to take the sheet out, I'll come and explain that later on. So if I have the paste, so I'm starting with the home tab, and you can see I have paste here. So if I have this part of document here, which is italics, now if I copy it, because it is italics, if I copy it and I want to paste it on top here, on this particular place, if you right click on over there, you have to right click. When you right click and you want to paste, you can see the paste options are, there's one here, paste from the source formatting. It means that the way you copy it from wherever it was coming from, that formatting that was done on it, when you paste, it will keep that formatting. Now, the second button tells you that you can paste and merge the two formatting, the formatting you have and the formatting that you are copying it from where it is coming from. You can paste it as an image. You can paste it to align with the current format that you were having. So even when you copy it, even though it was italics, but you see that when I paste this here, the italics disappear. So it will take the format of whatever that I have, depending on the text from which what editor you have here. So if I want to paste it here, so it means that where this line ends, that's where it will take the format from, and that's what it does there. We also have the penta over there, and then which we must know how to be able to use it. It's not really too necessary at this point. If you click on this small arrow which is here, it gives you some other options that you can use, which I've already explained during the tutorial session. Now, that is for paste. It's very important. Know how to paste properly, copy and then paste properly. Now, when we come to the document font here, this section of the home tab allows us to be able to edit our document based on the font. The font are simply the text we have here, the characters, then the words. So the size of the character, the color, the shade behind it, and everything is what is called the font. Everything put here helps us. So B allows us to be able to bolden them up. For instance, I want to bold this part up. I'll just highlight it and come and click B. If I want them italics, I'll do this. If I want to underline, I do this. But let me emphasize. You see that when I underline, it comes with a dotted underline. So underline, you can see there is, if you also click here and you come and then click on any of the things, it will take out the initial formatting you have done. So under the underline, let me explain something. If you want to underline anything like this, you click the arrow that is close to it. It allows you to choose the kind of lines you want. You can underline with double lines like this. So the lines are there. If you want it, the lines that you have to have different color, you can come here and then you can choose, let's say, double red lines. So you underline with double red lines. That's what happens. If you want to cancel a certain portion of the document, but you don't want to delete it, there's a difference between cancel and delete. So I want to cancel this portion. So you simply come and then you strike. So you have canceled it, but you have not deleted it. So it's still part of it. The second part is the subscript, and then over here is superscript. So if I have a word, let's say procedure search, and I want the search to be a subscript. Subscript means it's going to come under. You simply highlight the particular word, and then you come and click here. Then it's going to be a subscript, as you can see it over there. So if I want it to be superscript, let's say, and I'm going to click on do to make sure that is there. If you want it to be a superscript means like something like a raised to the power. So if I come here, let's say I have TM. I've been seeing this TM, but I want this TM to be superscript. So I'll simply come and highlight it and come and click on this, and then it will become a superscript. This is how we format it. Here, it gives you the text, the word art. The word art allows you to be able to change your word, your document in a very fancy way. So I'm just going to put this on top there. And so let's assume that I want to change it to a font style. So I'll simply highlight it, come and click here, and then change it to whichever font style that I want. And then it will change it for me, just like we have. So this one gives you the opportunity to shade your back. The font style, you can always click there and choose. You can choose the reflection, you can choose any of this. And so to be able to edit your word, that's for the word art. Great. So now, apart from that, maybe you want to have a shade. For instance, I want to shade this particular portion. Maybe I want to shade it so that's the background. You are shading it. So I can shade it with any of the colors here. So I've shaded it. It's different from a text color. The text color allows you to color the individual text. Let's say I want to color it with green. So the text itself will be green, but not the shade. The shade is the background on which the text is seated. So that's what happens. Now, when we go here, that's where we have the font style. The font style allows us to be able to choose mostly either Times New Roman. So if I should highlight the whole of this, Control+K, highlight the whole thing, I can come here and say, I want the whole document to be Times New Roman. You can increase the size from here. So you can choose 12, which is the optimal font size. You can also choose 14. You can choose any of the font size that you want. If you don't want to choose here, you can come and use these arrows on top here. It will be erasing it as well. You can also use the one to the opposite side. Here allows us to be able to do something different. Let's assume that from here, I just want this part. If I come to this place, maybe I want everything lowercase. It will be lower cases. If I want, I can change everything to uppercase. Everything will be upper cases. What about if I want block capitals? So it means every word will begin with why? Trying to. Yeah. So every word will begin with a capital letter or an uppercase letter. That's a more precise way. Now, but what about the opposite of beginning with a uppercase letter? It is toggle. So when you click here, you will see toggle. Toggle will allow that every word will begin with a small letter followed by, and so you can see that all the words, each of them start with a small letter. That's what we call toggle. If you don't want, you can always click undo or use Ctrl+Z, then it will take you back to where you started. So that's for this. If we come to this, it's about indentation. Indentation allows you to be able to move a chunk of words either in front or backward. So here is bullet. Bullet, you name the document according to lines. A whole paragraph is a line. Let's assume that the whole paragraph is a line. So let's say from here all the way to this, I can see 3 paragraphs. So if I want to bullet them, it will give me only 3 bullets. So a paragraph is a continuous line. You see, it's a continuous sentence. That's what happens. Sorry, a continuous line, not a sentence. So continuous line is made of different sentences, but it's continuous. Forget the fact that it comes back and then it goes. The only way Microsoft used to identify this is when you use enter. Immediately you put a full stop or you don't put full stop and then you use enter key. Then Microsoft identified that as a new line. Anytime you use enter key, Microsoft identifies as a new line. So when you are going to bullet or number them, Microsoft uses that to be able to identify where a new line ends and then another line starts. And then that's what we have done here. So if I highlight here, I can do bulletin. I can use bullets here, different type of bullets. When you try this, you can see different type of bullet that you want, and then you are good to go. You can also number them. If you want numbering, you can use ordinary numbers, you can use A, B, C, D, you can use this. And there are other numbering procedures which are there. If later you don't want that, you can just click none, and then you are good to go. And that's how it works. So let's assume that this one are alignment. We have left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, and justify. Justify allow the documents to be in in a smooth edges both sides. This is line. If you want the lines between them, that's the line spacing. You can choose 1.15, 1.5, 2. This is for those who are writing thesis. It's always 2. That's a double line spacing. You can also come here and then specify. You can come and click there, and you have a specific line spacing that you want. You can come to where the marker is, and then you can choose. So I can come here and say, I want 0.75. And then you see that the text will be much more closer. And this is how we do that. Here, I've already, this place, it allows us to be able to arrange our text in a particular order. So for instance, if I have, let's say, if I have, I just want to say A, so I just decided to put some alphabets here. So if I highlight the whole of the alphabet, supposing they were words, and I want to arrange them in a particular order, either starting from A to, So if I come and click on this button, it allows me to be able to arrange. It's a text. So if there were numbers, you go and click. But here is a text. So we leave it as text. And we are arranging what in ascending order to start from A to the last letter. If we say descending order, to start from Z backward. So let's say descending order. So you see that it rearranges all the text that I have done, and then in that order. So that's what we use some of these ones for. So if I come here, if you want, you can say header row. It means that the first letter or the first word, it won't include it. And then it will just leave that one outside, and then you are good to go. For instance, if I say here, and I want to arrange it in descending order or in ascending order, you see that the first one, it will leave V as a header, and then it will now arrange from A, B, C, D down. And this is how, we use that particular button. You use that to be able to arrange our paragraphs. We can, so if I highlighted all this paragraph, I could come there and then say that this is a text, so I want to arrange it in, so if I come and click here, then it will rearrange the paragraph for me. So it will start with the one that starts with M, followed by, then in that order, then in that order. So that is how it is. So it will start with the one, this is in descending order, followed by AN, and followed by AL. And you know AL comes before AN. So that's how it arranges in that manner. So, I mean, that's how we use this section. Here, it's just borders, or this place is just highlights. If you want to highlight the background, so you can always highlight. So if you come here, these are borders. You want to have some borders around. So text styles, you can create your own text style. If I come here and I start clicking on the text styles, for instance, if you have like several pages, like 100, 300, 500 pages, you don't have time to go around and then edit all of them. So you create your own text style and then go and choose that particular style. So we chose one today. We created one today called tutorials. And so if I check around here, I should be able to see tutorials. But it's not applicable. It wasn't applicable to any document. That's why you can't find it. But I also created another one, which I gave my name, which is there. So that's the text style. What is the style? So if I click here and I go and click on the one that I created, you can see that the document changes accordingly. And that is my text style. You can, if you want to create it, you simply come here and then you say create text style, and then you can come here, give it the style name, then come and modify. So let's say style 1, I want to modify it. Then I can come here and then do all the modifications. And when you finished, then you can only say only on this document or on a different document or any other document at all. And then you click it, and then you are good to go. Your font style will be there. Anytime you can write your documents anywhere at all, but immediately you go and click on your font style, it will change everything's headers to subheaders and align all of them in that order, the way you wanted it to be. And that's why text styles are there. It's very easy. Find and replace allows us to be able to check through the document. If you want a word, let's say I am looking for a particular word, antimicrobials. So I want that word, I want to replace it with antibiotic. So I can simply say fine. So we come here and I have fine. All right. And then I have replace. So I have my antimicrobials and I want to replace it with antibiotics. So biotics. So if I do that, I have replace. It will replace only the first instance. If replace all means wherever it finds it. So it tells me that it has found in 13 places. So if you agree, then it will replace all of it. And then you see that you won't have antimicrobial, you now have antibiotics, as you can see it here. So that is how we use find and replace. We can also have something called selection. The selection allows us to be able to say that, okay, let's say I have this particular word, which is, let's say, italics. Okay, many italics. But you see that there are also italics down here. If I want to highlight this, italics paragraph here, what I'll simply do is I simply come and then do this, and then I'll go to the selection pane and say that select any other document that has the same formatting style, the italic style. You see that it will select all those text that contains those italics, and that's what it has done here. So we have several italics around here. So that's what the selection pane. Add-ins allows us to be able to add more apps or to install more tools on Microsoft. So we also have insert. We can insert a cover page here. So you can choose your cover page and then you can edit the inside of it. Then page or insert a page, a blank page. For instance, maybe here, around here, I want to insert a page so that I want to insert a page in the middle here. So this will go, antibiotics will go into a new page, bacteria and whatsoever will go to the top page, and there will be a page in the middle here. So you do that, you come and click here, it will insert a page in the middle and allow the two of them to be up and then down. So we have inserted a page. Page breaks allow you to, like this break you have here, and then that is it. We can insert a table. So we click on the table, you can select whichever way you want. You can draw the table, and then you can also insert a Microsoft sheet, and then you can work on it just like the way you work on Microsoft. I'll do that tomorrow. You can set a picture. You can set a shape, a picture. You can set one from your computer or from online. You can search online. When you click, it will take you to a new pop-up. Then you can simply search. If it is your device, when you click from your device, it will go to your computer and you look for the picture that you want, and then you insert it. Imagine I wanted to insert this picture. So it will just, the picture will be inserted, and then I'm good to go. If I go again, if I want to insert from online, if you click on online, it takes you to online portals where pictures are saved. Then you type the type of picture you want, and then you can just click on it and then insert. So let's say I want a picture on computers. So I'm just going to say computers, or Microsoft's what is it? I'll say I want to Microsoft Word. So it will look for all images that has Microsoft. You can see there's one image here. I can simply say insert, and then it will insert it for you. That is how we normally do it. It's quite simple. So you can actually remove that's how we So I'm going to delete the and then I have my Microsoft Word button, which is now here. So when you click on that, you can also come and do center align. Then it will be in the middle. I can come here, minimize the picture in such a way that, and then position it the way I want. So that's what we use insert for. We can insert online. You can also insert icons. If you click here, several icons will be displayed. Then you can set your icons on your Word document. So you see several icons are here. The icons, you can search for the specific icon you want. If you want to say FIFA, or if you want to say a specific icon on anything at all, celebrations, you can come here. If you choose landscape, it will pick all those. If it is locations, you can use that. You can, if it's medical, there are icons for medicine and whatsoever. Then you occupation whatsoever. Then you choose the one that you want. This is good when we are preparing PowerPoint presentation. You can also insert smart art. I've already explained that smart art allows you to be able to put your, maybe like for organogram, you can insert a chart, you can insert screenshot. Now here are links. You can insert any of this. Cross-reference, that is, if you want to reference something within the same document again. Let's say you have a table hiding somewhere within document, and then that table, you want to reference it. That's what we call cross-reference. Comment allows you to be able to comment on some part of the document, especially when you are doing review. For instance, I come here and I come and say comment. So it allows me to write my comment here, and then I am good to go. And then that's what we do. And so you see the comment is hiding here. So I can simply come there and then say, let's say explain. And then that is it. So I close the comment from here, but the comment is hiding here. The next time I come and click here, you will see explain. Explain what has been highlighted here. And that is all that we are doing. That's what comment is used for. Header allow you to put headers, just like the way we put letter heading. So I can say what MS tutorials, and so it will appear on all the documents. So wherever you go, if I have like 2 pages, another one is here, you can see MS tutorials and then whatsoever. That's my header. So I can insert headers, I can insert footers, the same. Page numbers. You can insert the page numbers from whichever direction you want. And then text box. I've demonstrated how to use text box, and then in that order. Word art, like drop. If you are reading the Bibles or any other, or some of the old books, you notice that they may want the first letter here, may, M, to be a drop cap. So if I come here, you see that the M will now be this way. And that's how we use in editing. And then you can insert your date, your time. Let's say I want to insert date and time. So I simply have my date. I can choose today is Saturday, so it will automatically insert it for me. That's, you can see it highlighted here. And then you can insert equations, you can insert symbols. That's it. Draw allows us to be able to, I've already done a video on this. You can check that on my YouTube channel. Drawing canvas is a placeholder for you to be able to draw. And then layout allows you to be able to arrange your document in a particular order. Let's say your sizes. If you want the document to be in the form of a letter or a legal, executive, A4, A5, that's the size of, you can choose. Columns. If you want it to be one column, if you want it to be 2 columns, it will be 2. You can highlight the section you want it to be 2 columns. For instance, let's say I want the whole of this to be 2 columns. So I'm simply going to choose 2 columns. So it will split it into 2 columns, and then in that order. Line breaks, line paragraphing, indentation. You choose the kind of indentation that is between the edge here and then the text here. What should be the space? You can choose it from here, and then you are good to go. Design allows you to give your page any design. Mostly watermarks and co. You can add your watermark. It can be a picture, it can be a text. And then you come here, customize your watermark. I can come here. If I want a picture, I'll come and click here. If I want a text, I'll come and click here. And then I'll write the text here. And then let's say I'll say, what is it to be by my name? And when you do it, so you can see that the watermark is now here. It's inside. It's like a security something. If I want the page borders, I can simply choose what kind of border I want to border my page. You see, there are quite a number of them. If I choose this, you can choose colors whatsoever. Do all the settings here. When you finish, you do OK. Then all the pages will be bordered, just like we have. I think page colors is optional if you want your page to have some smart colors. So you do this, and then you see now the whole document is getting better and looking beautiful. That's for design. Layout, I've already explained that. So review allow you to be able to, you can do word count here, like spelling checker. I want to check the whole of this document where there is a spelling problem. Come and click on spelling checker. So it tells me that there is something here called antibiotics, the double S. No. So I need to edit that. So it simply goes to where it has found some wrong spellings somewhere, and then it will simply point all those ones out. Thesaurus, it allows you to be able to know the meaning of a word. For instance, antibiotics. If I underline the whole of that, antibiotic resistance, and I go on Thesaurus, they say they have not found any word that is appropriate. So let's underline another word here, which is inappropriate. And then I can go there and then click on Thesaurus. I think, let me, So inappropriate, it will tell that unsuitable. Those are the other words which, what is it, the meaning. That's what we use Thesaurus for. Word count allows us to be able to count your words, your lines, your paragraph, the pages. So if I click on word count, it will tell me the number of words which I found and where I highlighted. The number of characters, you can see the statistics over here. And then you are good to go. Then read aloud. Wherever I have started, I have highlighted. If I start, let's say, let me just highlight only one, the first sentence. If you come and click on read, you see that it starts reading. Yeah. So it has finished reading. You can actually close it on top here, and then you continue. Accessibility, translate. You want to translate the whole of this into French. Then you come and click on translate, and then it will translate it for you. So it chooses all that work on the internet. If you don't have internet, you can't do that. So you see the, what is it? It's translating from English to let's say, to Dutch. And then I'll say translate. I don't know why it's, okay, so let me, yeah, so the section I selected, you see that it has translated for me. If you don't want that, if it has translated to French, you can come and click here, select whichever language you want, it will translate it for you. And then you have, if you want the whole document, you can translate the whole document. Language is the same. Comment, I've already talked about that. Highlight and ink is a way of reviewing document. So if I click here, what happens is that there's a highlight, and then there's something you can write here, so that next time when somebody comes, the person will know that you highlighted this, and what was you saying? Well, I mean, what were you saying when you highlighted? Then you put it there. So here, we can mark up all the comments that we have done. We can use our review pan to be able to do a lot. I've already explained that. Now, we have accept, we have reject. That is when your work has been reviewed and you want it to be, you want to either accept the review or reject it. Compare allows you to compare two documents. I demonstrated that you can compare two documents. Now, you can save your document with restrictions in such a way that nobody can edit it, no one can do any kind of change. That's what we use this editing for. View allow us to be able to, you can read the doc, you can put it in a read mode. For instance, this is the read mode. If you don't want it, you can come back to editing mode, just like the way it was. Then web layout, outline, then image, like that's also a reading. Then you can also have your document this way, so that you are always moving, you are flipping it like the way you open ordinary paper. But if you want the vertical way, where you can be scrolling up and down, is better. If you want to be flipping it, then you come and click on that button under review, and then you are good to go. Rulers allow you to be able to grid lines, to put grid around your, and then you can create a navigation pan that allows you to be able to move a specific page. If you want to move to that page, you can move here, you can move there, you can move, then in that order. So that's how it works. And then I'm back to the vertical mode. So we can put this page into multiple. So you see that the 3 pages appear at the same time. If you don't want, you put 1, and then you are there. You can split the document into 2. You can be, this one allows us to be able to do head-on comparison. So this is the first part, the second part. So you are comparing the two to see whether they are the same. So you are scrolling the two at the same time and then checking. And then that's what we do under review. So in general, this is what we did under Microsoft Word. And I hope tomorrow we'll be able to do much of let's say we'll be able to do Microsoft Excel, and that will also be intensive. Thank you very much, and then make time tomorrow to join us. Bye-bye.